The problem with most is they have a 400 credit score and they're trying to get a credit card that requires a 700 credit score. That's what dating is for nowadays. That's what I'm trying to explain here. Most don't have the prerequisite value to attract and keep the man that they want. You guys can have this guy, you can go on a date with this guy, but can you guys get him to give you your last name? I would argue most can't.
I agree.
Most struggle with keeping a guy around for a long-term relationship because they simply don't have the credit score. And then you guys get mad at us for having standards. But when you guys have standards, we don't bat an eye. We rise up to those standards, right? We looks max, we get in the gym, we make money.
Lifestyle.
Because if we don't rise up to the occasion, we don't get men.
I'll get my purse right
But
now.
you guys can do whatever you want and you're gonna get men.
So, first question for you guys, let's start off real simple. What do you guys actually look for in a man? Right off the bat, first lay your eyes on them, first introduction, what are we looking for?
Do you wanna wait, we can start here and work our way back. You want like top two things, top three things? What specifically like?
Yeah, exactly. Like
top two things?
Yeah, let's go top two things just real quick, just so I can get an idea of where we're kind of working with.
All right, go ahead, Miss Poland. Top two things you notice in a guy.
Okay, so first of all, like energy, the way a person resonate, and the second thing, I do care about the looks. So.
Okay.
I usually start if you have a car or not, because that's just important. If you can't get yourself around, you can't get me around. And then the second that I usually look for is skin tone, which obviously contributes to looks.
Okay. Yep.
What's the skin tone that you look for? What's that?
Morenos?
Yeah, I usually go for light skins, yeah.
Oh.
Like Drake?
Yeah, around that skin tone,
Okay.
yeah.
Cool.
But I also go like every.
I look for eye contact and also how the people around him treats him. Damn, y'all.
Sure.
All right.
It's true.
I know.
So eye contact and how others treat them. Okay.
Damn, okay.
What about you?
I look for consistency. That's very important to me because in the beginning, if you're not,
How would you know that from looking at him?
from looking at him,
Bro, you just told her. How are you gonna be consistent?
huh?
You just told-
Let's go
First
on a
glance.
date. Let's, texting me constantly good morning, stuff like that.
Did you mean first glance? You mean like first?
It's just like first interaction, you know what I mean? Not like,
Consistent.
long-term stuff, like is he going to raise my kids well? So just something you could know like pretty quickly right off the bat.
Respectful.
Okay, yep.
So consistency and respectfulness.
Yeah.
All right. What about you?
Miss Pauly, what you got?
I feel like a man that's willing to go above and beyond immediately. Like if I'm on my period and he's going to the if he's going to the grocery store or the gas station and asks me something, if I want something, hell yes, I want chocolate, please. That's a big thing for me. Like you're in tune with my feelings and needs.
All right.
That's
so thoughtful.
huge. Yes.
Okay. What's the second thing?
Money.
Okay.
Can you take care of our kids?
That's fair.
All right.
Mm-hmm.
What about you?
I would say my number one is personality for sure. Based off meeting a guy, it's personality. Yeah.
Sorry, I almost choked.
All right.
He
What's
has
the
to
second
vibe
thing?
with me. He has to be funny. Like
What's the second thing?
I don't think we
looks.
What was that?
Looks.
So personality first, then looks.
Yeah, and then lifestyle.
Interesting.
So if you broke.
Well, that would be my third. Would be lifestyle. Like you have to have a good balance with me.
All right. What about you?
Right off the bat is gonna be looks,
Okay.
and then
Are they tan?
probably
Okay.
Guido.
All right. So
No,
looks,
not
and then the
Guido.
second thing.
your vibe, which I guess you could put money into that, but
All right.
your overall vibe, your aura.
Could you just tell me one more thing? What does the vibe mean to you? Because I know what the vibe means to me, but what does that mean to you?
Swaggy, I guess. I like swag, good style.
Put that shit on.
Yeah, you're not standing in a corner alone. You have friends around you. You look personable. Somebody you can start a conversation with.
Cool. All right.
Attraction and mannerisms.
What do you mean by attraction?
Like if I'm attracted to the person.
But what is that based off of? That's the entire premise of the question.
Looks.
Okay, there you go.
All right. So looks and what else?
Mannerisms.
Okay.
What's your type though? Hispanic, white, Asian, tall,
Haitian,
Mexican.
I don't know. Like Hispanic, I guess.
Cool. All right.
What about you? First two things you notice?
Teeth and height.
All right. Someone's being specific. All right. What about you?
Tall, blue eyes, funny.
All All right.
That was 3.
Okay.
What are your thoughts on all that?
So, you know, I would say that, you know, her answer over there was probably the most realistic. The rest was a bunch of arbitrary, idealistic nonsense. But, you know, we take a look at what these women are saying, which, by the way, I just want to emphasize that this is a horrible sample size. We're filled with degenerate Miami. So this is not like, you know, what average people should be looking at thinking, oh, this is how we operate. To a degree, it is, but this is exacerbated to the highest level by the city, by its energy, and by their choices. But that's not to say that we can't learn from this. So, you know, we take a look at what they're saying, and they're talking about personality, talking about taking care of them when they're on their period. And then we look at the choices that they're making and the guys that they're hooking up with. And there's a huge separation in kind of what's going on here. So we're often seeing, you know, not good guys, these amazing personality, really funny people, you know, running through these girls. It's often tall, good-looking people, you know, who have a lot of money. Let's add that point of nuance there, because money is important. I'd be ridiculous to deny that. But at the end of the day, the first thing that you see, the first thing that you notice when you lay your eyes upon someone is going to be how good looking they are, right? And that's going to allow you, you know, do I give this person a chance to even get the other things out there, right? So your personality, their personality is going to be perceived a lot higher if they're good looking. You know, someone who's not good looking might have the greatest personality. You might like them and be soulmates with them, but you will never even get the opportunity to try that out because they're so bad looking, right? Absolutely. So this, I'm telling you, this is
you're so wrong. I dated the ugliest dude ever for 5 years, and I loved the hell out of him.
Performative. It's all performative.
I love him. I hate ugly people. Love him.
It's performative. It's performative. And that's not to say that even if that was true, which it isn't, this is what we're talking about across a society, right? You know, if we look at a broad, not one specific anecdote of a crazed, which is what you quite clearly are. So, you know, that's just completely false.
Can I ask you a question?
Yeah, absolutely. Who are we looking at? Yeah, go for it.
Holy shit. Are you straight?
Yes.
Are you sure?
Are you a biological?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Why would you ask
pushed the
that?
kid out,
What made you ask that? 'Cause I'm actually curious. Like, what
Well,
makes...
her Norwood line, her hairline, I would say her bimaxillary
You know more
protrusion.
about aesthetics than a bitch.
Okay. And, well, really aren't that smart. So, you know.
We're not?
No.
Oh,
really.
yeah. And this is the line of work that you came into?
Looks maxing?
Yeah.
Yeah. Correct.
You know what? We should. So, question. You said that you were with a guy for 5 years and he was ugly.
He was so ugly.
So, what was his redeeming trait then? If you stuck it out for 5 years.
Personality. We laughed all the time. All the time we were laughing. I had the best times with him.
Fair.
But didn't.
Okay, you like this personality, but
So
like
why'd
what
you
else
leave?
besides that? Because whenever
we
women
had
date someone that's
differing
actually
views.
that ugly, they typically overcompensate in some other regard, whether it's status or money or something.
What do you mean? He had money.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hold on, but where's he now, though?
Exactly. Yeah. Why'd you
We
leave?
hung out 2 weeks ago. He has a new girlfriend. We're
can still
cool.
smash?
No,
Oh.
but we're cool.
I have a question though. What like automatically
Yeah, but
drew
was he
you
good?
to him if you weren't physically attracted to
We
him?
met in London, actually. I was traveling and I went to a bar by myself and I was vibing and he came and matched my vibe. Simple as that.
He upgraded, is what they're
He
saying.
lives in London or where?
No, he lives here.
Zoom in on
He
that
lives in the U.S. We met in London.
You know, another thing also, Clav, I don't know if you, I'm sure you probably noticed this too with the women. What I've realized is like when you ask them, like, what do you notice? Whatever, they're assuming attraction when they're answering the question. Like they're already assuming like he already met some type of pre-criteria, and then they go off of that. Like, for example, you, right? Don't mean to pick on you, but you were like, oh, personality. Well, realistically speaking, the personality wouldn't even have been able to get shown had he not met a looks requirement first.
Right.
And I've realized with, like, you guys do everything. The whole purpose of that exercise was kind of show that they're far more superficial than they try to lead on. Because looks do matter, and you're not even going to give a guy a shot to get to know his personality if it doesn't meet a looks requirement first. So you guys are a little bit more honest about it here, like, oh, height and teeth and whatever. But I've just noticed, like, with women, they tend to, you know, like she said, the thing about consistency, which is like, what? How do you even, and respectful? I'm sure there's plenty of consistent and respectful guys that have approached you before that you rejected.
I don't go off looks. I go off how you make me feel in the moment.
Okay, fair. Let's go off that. Let's say how he makes you feel. How would he even get the opportunity to make you feel a certain way if he doesn't meet the looks requirement first?
His actions.
Yeah, it's all
the way he presents himself to me.
So if I'm homeless and I'm consistent with talking to you on and on with personality, can I get you?
maybe if you get yourself together. I mean,
Oh, so it doesn't work that way.
Yeah.
You know what's funny? Across the street, there's many homeless people that are personality driven. You should go over there, all of you.
That are thoughtful, that have eye contact,
My number two.
that are tall, right?
It's
I've
simply
actually-
all idealistic nonsense. You know what I mean? All these intangibles that they're giving are once you meet their looks criteria, like you said before. So, you know, you actually have to meet like this wild threshold of being 6 foot tall. You know, God only knows, you know, how good looking before you're able to actually like have the chance to show your
I don't
personality.
remember the last time I with someone that was 6 foot
6 foot
tall.
tall, right? I'm like, the
Well-
short kings are winning.
You guys also got to understand.
Common consensus.
But you said your guy had a lot of money, right? So he was able
Not
to.
a lot, but he took me to dinners
Yeah,
and
so he was
trips
able
and
to.
stuff. But
Anytime I've seen a woman be with a guy that is less attractive, he's either has status or money.
100%.
but the whole first time like we hung out, I paid for everything.
Wait, what?
Okay, but you know, but on this podcast.
So
or
what was I using him for?
Well, right now we're looking at a society and women's choices across a large group of people. So just because your specific anecdote that you're obviously lying about disagrees with what I'm saying.
Do you want me to call him right now?
Well, that you just.
He'll answer.
I guess you don't understand.
He'll answer, babe.
I mean, I guess you don't. But even if that were true, which it probably isn't, your specific anecdote isn't going to disagree and you know contradict an entire society of women's choices.
And I would say this to add to what you're saying. I think the only reason you paid in the beginning is because you saw potential.
No.
So what I've realized about women is also you guys are kind of like scouts, right?
No.
Like if you see a guy and you're like, okay, he's on his way up, there's potential here, you'll f with him too.
He said the right thing at the right time.
What did he say?
He actually complimented a Gucci belt that I got that day.
Awful taste.
Thank you, thank you. It's actually not like a regular Gucci belt. It's a tiger with ruby red eyes. So you know,
shit.
I fuck with
But
it
that's
heavy.
fire.
But you know, regular.
But you thought he was rich though.
No,
Yeah, but no, because
no,
like,
I didn't.
Like,
I
it
thought
was,
he admired my taste, and I
No,
fuck
you
with
know
that.
it was unique.
No.
It was a belt. You know he had taste.
It was, but
You thought he
yeah,
had
he
money.
has taste. No, I didn't actually think
So
that he had
potential.
money.
Man, you capping, man.
No, I'm not.
Your
I'm
lips
not.
say you're capping.
No.
Oh, no. Yeah, you are
My
capping.
lips say I'll suck, but they
Oh,
don't
yeah,
say I'm capping.
Hey, listen, don't threaten me with a good time. Oh!
Hey, yo, Chris, I bet you won't do it.
All right.
This is why I recommend that no one live in Miami, because to be surrounded by this really like changes you as a
Facts.
person. Thank God
Facts.
I don't live within the city. It's like it's a
Fort
lot.
Lauderdale's nice.
Fort Lauderdale's nicer.
No, that's even worse.
But
That's
it's,
a-
it's still
Nice.
college town and still college parties.
Yeah.
And it's facts because all the bars everyone goes to, your neighbor like at least once or twice a week.
Yeah, pretty much.
No.
I used to be over there. I know how it operates. I'm telling you.
I
live
can't stop
there.
thinking about the fact that I have like 10 years on you.
Okay.
I
Yeah.
have 10 on him too, and
Yeah.
he's as hell.
Oh shit! Are you? Wait, who did?
Hey, Cece.
Oh, you
Cece,
did?
so
All right,
sweet,
all right,
baby.
all right,
But do they know how old I am?
Yeah, you're 19 and you're dumb as hell.
Okay, all right. Any? That's it.
Are you gonna rebut anything he said though? I mean, do you know?
I mean, yeah. I mean, so talking about our, we have the same drive as you. Like,
No,
what do
well,
you?
you're a whore, and I don't know if I
No,
ever
you
said.
didn't say I'm a
I said
whore.
these are whores, you're a whore. I didn't make the broad
When did
claim.
we? You just.
Often
Do you actually attract?
You
Oh,
just said
quite a
that.
few.
You
Yeah,
just labeled me a whore.
Is that, like,
So
actually
they-
You are a whore, but you know
That's fine.
that
That's
doesn't
fine.
that doesn't
You're
mean
a
I
gay
automatically
fucker, so you know.
just because you know I'm not like the average
We
guy
are
who's
who we
willing to put
are.
up with your
Wear
shit
makeup,
as a
babe. We
fucking
both wear
annoying
makeup.
bitch,
We're the
you know?
same. We're literally the same. Like, what do you mean?
Correct, yeah. So I'm very objective with improving. So you know, that's why I make that decision.
I'm
And
also objective with improving.
okay, good for you. Yeah, no, I never did. I ever once criticize your makeup?
No, you didn't.
Of course,
But I
but-
would criticize a man wearing makeup, definitely.
Okay, well, you know, thank God I'm not going for any.
Thank God,
and
because
the
I
likes
would
of
never
you.
go for you. I'd be like,
Uh huh. Okay,
Oh.
yeah. So
Yeah.
you know, the only reason like this get so mad is because they're used
I'm
to
not
guys
mad.
putting up with their bull they could walk all over them. So when someone comes along with, maybe a higher status, maybe a lower threshold for putting up with this, behavior, this personality, it really just throws them off and sends them into like a manic state.
I hope
and we can
so,
see that
because
right now.
I don't want you.
Okay, well.
Yeah, I don't want anybody like you.
Okay, thank God.
To cut off the
Thank God.
arguing, I have a
Oh,
question.
God.
So as a man, what are you looking for in a woman? It's like a pretty girl and someone that
Yeah, of course.
matches your lifestyle, your status, whatever it is, someone that works hard, like
Well,
what?
so a woman is an extension of you. So if the choices that she's making are making you look bad as a person, right? If, she's plastering herself all over the internet, half naked, that's an extension of you. That's disrespectful to you as a man. So I'm looking for behavior that's making me look good as a person. Not only that, but I'm looking for someone who's obviously attractive. I'm not going to sit here and bull because I would expect, honestly from you guys as well. And, just looking for someone who's not promiscuous, someone who's humble, not really looking for any of like the, I don't know what's funny about that.
Over 300 people, 100 people, you said 3 digits,
Mhm.
right? Yeah. So that's what's funny.
But I don't understand how that has anything to do with what I just said. That's what I'm looking for.
Because you're looking for somebody who's not promiscuous, but you are promiscuous. So
Yeah.
why are
He
you
just
looking
wants
for
to fuck.
somebody who's not in the same
If you
league
have
as
complete
you?
access, why haven't you found that yet? That's my
Yeah.
only
Because he's
question.
19.
Yeah, I'm 19 years old. I
Yeah, he's
graduated
young.
high school last year. So,
Yeah,
takes a
but
little bit
he's
of time.
been in the clubs for years.
Exactly,
He
like,
has
if you're surrounded more by, like,
Yeah, well,
people-
he's a 19.
Ladies, let me ask.
If you're surrounded by
Clive, do you
people,
have anything else you want to add to that before I go in?
No, go for it.
Just for the ladies, do you think a promiscuous man is the same as a promiscuous woman?
Yes.
Let's go with a raise of hands real quick. Raise of hands if you think a promiscuous woman is the same as a promiscuous man. Raise of hands.
Definitely.
Only one?
To society standards.
You don't agree?
I think it's
So only one of you thinks a promiscuous woman is the same as a promiscuous man. Only one.
Promiscuous, they a hoe.
Yep.
I don't agree with that. but,
Automatically,
you know,
they
whatever.
a hoe to society.
Yep.
Well, are you sure? Because you were making an argument with her too, saying like, "Oh, look, you're promiscuous too." Like, why do you?
no, I
Change your mind
wasn't
now?
making an argument. If you were actually listening, it's just more.
Well, you're agreeing with her.
No, it's not an agreement. I have similar views to certain things, but that doesn't mean I'm in complete agreement with her.
Okay, so you think a promiscuous man is not the same as a promiscuous woman?
No, I think that we're biologically very different people.
Biologically, definitely,
Yeah.
but promiscuity.
It's a-
same.
Well, that's a component to the biology,
It's
though.
biology. Come on, damn, he was right.
Like that's a like, for example, if a man is getting with a girl, notice what he said. He wants, honesty. Or, sorry, he wants her to not be all over the internet, not embarrass them, be humble, be cute, be modest. Like men look for, how do I say this? Like, they want a girl that's not a whore, right?
Okay,
They want
I was trying to
they want a
ask
modest
this. I was trying to ask this, but I got cut off. If he's so young and he's around girls who are like young, impressionable, technically they could still be virgins at that age. Like, why not find someone around that age who is beneficial towards him?
Because
Well,
they're
you don't
hoes.
know if he's looking. You don't. You
How
don't
are they
know if he's
hoes if
looking.
That's
they're
what I was
virgins?
asking, though.
But I'm
and
saying,
I got kind of a
the
harsh
point is,
answer.
ladies, is that promiscuity from a male perspective it's way more important to us than it is for you guys. Like, a man is going to have a vested interest in your history, but you're not going to have a vested interest in a man's sexual history.
Man, I'm fucking with isn't.
Yes, I do.
Well, because he's a loser.
Okay, I'll make it simple.
That's your opinion.
I'll make it simple. If a girl says she's a virgin, she has a lot of value. If a man says he's a virgin, that's embarrassing.
Yep.
Right.
It's very simple.
My other question is like,
What if
you
I
guys,
put a lot of value into virginity? We're
I'm sorry?
different. What if I put a lot of value into virginity?
But you know
like,
that you don't, though.
what if I do?
You don't.
You don't know.
No
You don't
woman
know.
does.
You want a man that doesn't know how to fuck.
I don't care. I'll teach him.
She's like,
see?
oh,
I'll
yeah.
teach him. I don't care.
She's 19. There you go.
So I was gonna say, like, you're saying age is a thing, right? Like, are you married? Are you married? No, I'm just asking, like, a genuine
Alright,
question.
Are you married, Myron?
No, I'm not.
Why not?
Have you guys found that you're interested in? Why not? Not like genuine question, not trying to attack you guys.
Well, see, in life, you can make choices, right? I choose to be
You're
what I want to
choosing.
be. Like you, like yourself.
Choose peace.
Choose to be outside. I choose to be single. What's the
Well,
point
it
of that?
takes a lot of time to find a partner who's worthwhile in order to make
That's
that
fair.
commitment of, the holy sacrament of marriage. So, to be married at 19 is a very rare thing, especially when, the group of women that you're
Did you just
around.
say holy sacrament of marriage?
Well, that's exactly what marriage is.
But
if you
you're
didn't know.
dating
Are you
so many.
Christian?
What's up?
Are you Christian?
I'm Catholic. Yeah.
Okay.
And you use
it's my faith is none of your business. So I'd prefer if we.
What does faith and have to do with each other?
Exactly. Well, I mean, obviously.
So you use.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's crazy.
I know.
You like support that and like preach it to younger children?
No.
Okay, all right.
I just tell people what I do.
Okay, cool.
He actually tells them not to do it.
Cool.
Yeah, hold on. But you know what's happening
do
here?
not-
He makes a blanket statement that's true about what they say. Oh, is he single? Oh, is he 19 years old? Is he like that? That's nothing.
No, I'm asking
Like, it
because
doesn't make any sense. Like,
you can't preach the Bible to me as someone who was
I'm not
raised by
trying to-
pastors. He was just
you
saying the
asked me
holy
my
sacrament.
faith. You asked
He
me
was
my
saying the
faith.
holy sacrament of marriage.
Well, regardless, remove that from the
there is
equation.
no regardless.
No, what he said was marriage is a religious. It's a religious.
But not only
thing.
that, it's a commitment. So
That's what he said.
No, I agree with it being a commitment.
Right,
I
so
agree with
there's-
it being a very serious
so this
thing.
is
but to bring in like the words holy sacrament.
It's all semantics. It's
while
semantics at the end of the day. Okay, I'm not trying to sit here and preach to you. I just said, the Holy Sacrament to, emphasize the commitment aspect, emphasize the importance of it. So to get married to someone, you actually have to like vet them quite thoroughly. And for that to be done at 19 would be quite rare, especially considering how bad, the in the United States and, not only that, but the West as a whole are.
So can we acknowledge how bad the men are as well?
I would actually agree with you, which you might find surprising. I would agree with you.
It's fair.
And I'd be curious
You
to
seem
hear.
logical, so that's why I'm saying.
I'd be curious to hear their takes on that. I think that men are, often as a society, like really not where they should be in terms of their physical fitness. We look at how many people could actually do 10 push-ups in America, and it's like 10%. So, in terms of income. So would you guys agree with that? That men are not where they should be?
I mean, we were saying that earlier when we were saying that men cannot sustain exactly what we want from them. That's why we need multiple men.
Exactly.
but at least men can learn to understand and make it work.
But the chat
women don't
saying
understand.
most women would
Men,
never
'cause
want to
they'll
teach
settle.
men.
Well, I mean, the point is, men are here when they should be here. Women are all the way the down here.
Yeah.
So that's the disparity, right?
Both parties
That's
need to work at each other.
That's
And
crazy,
that's
but
frustrating.
everybody's
And what
entitled to their
aspect
own
are you
opinions.
talking about? All the way down.
Yeah, that's
and
wild.
the mic so they can
She's
hear
my
you.
favorite.
Reality.
Auntie over here
It's
is my favorite.
reality.
I like
Auntie,
her.
damn.
I like her.
Damn.
Go ahead. You were saying?
She's
I
the
said,
best.
what aspect makes all the way down?
I would say that the amount of partners.
He's
on
talking about
average-
Western.
Yeah,
Okay.
I would say that the percentage of women who are virgins at 18 being, I think, like only 40% is absolutely absurd of a statistic. Because who's not a virgin, to me, is like almost a write-off entirely. So the fact that we're only looking, for 40% of the population already, to cut that pool so small right off the bat, just based
That's
on one
assuming they're
metric.
being honest too.
Exactly.
Right.
Yeah, right.
That's assuming they're
Right.
being
You
honest.
really
They're very
Yeah.
deceptive
Because
about
you
that.
said 40%. That's high to me.
No,
At
that sounds
18?
about
Yeah,
right.
no, I mean,
Well, I'm a high school teacher, so.
well, you're also
hey.
in a very degenerate area.
Kids start having at like 10
I'm
or
a
12
high school
now.
teacher. I've taught all over this county.
Right, but Florida
so
as a whole. yeah.
Exactly, yeah.
So no, I would agree with you. But yeah, so
I'm
that's
sorry,
a huge problem.
Where are you from?
I'm from New Jersey,
So am I.
Interesting.
North Jersey.
Yeah, I'm from Central Jersey, and
Yep.
I honestly disagree with the statistic of 40%. At
Okay.
18.
You think it's less?
Sorry, closer to the mic. I'm sorry.
You think it's less?
I would think that it's less at 18 because 18 is post high school. I think in New Jersey people get bored.
She
and
agrees
that's
with
when
you. She
people
thinks
start-
that
No,
their
I was gonna
self-reporting
say,
is
it's like
inaccurate.
People they drink
Yeah. So
and they're bored and they go into your parents'
Right.
basement. You get drunk.
No, obviously any
I'm just being honest.
any
Like, that's what New
self-report
Jersey is.
study is not entirely accurate, but we could assume, it's somewhere in that ballpark.
What
But-
makes a woman's like a woman and a man different at that age? Because if we're talking about statistics, a woman's brain is statistically 5 years ahead of a man's brain.
Morals.
That's no. I don't know about morals, but I'm just
But
saying. Like they say that a woman
based
at
on what
25.
They say who says in
I
specifically
mean,
in
I
what
don't
way?
know, but have you
Okay,
ever heard
so-
this before? I'm just asking.
We're
no,
not
I'm
going to
asking
get into
you.
any neurosciences with someone who has no idea what they're talking
Yeah,
about.
what she's
Are you?
what
But
she's
have
saying
you
is like
heard
you know
that
how
before, that, like,
because there's this
25
common
and
trope
28?
that they say that I know what you're
Women
talking
are a
about.
few
Yeah,
years.
I-
They
I
say
heard
they
this.
say
and I'm
there's
not
this
disagreeing.
there's
with
this
anything
common
that you're
misconception.
saying.
I know what you're saying.
Yeah.
Let me. There's a common misconception that mature faster than men,
Yeah.
right? I think that's a fallacy, and I'll explain why. What they really mean by that is that women get more social opportunities at a younger age, so therefore they become more socially calibrated than men. That's what they really mean, because men are dealing with the opposite gender from an earlier age, because older men typically tend to date younger women. So what ends up happening is they get a lot of opportunities from men, not just their age, but men older than them as well. So become really good and rehearsed at dealing with the opposite gender, versus a guy that's 18 might not get a fraction of the opportunities that we get from, because with men we have to build our value up to even be able to get a seat at the table. So with I'll take it a step further. I don't think men actually start maturing until they buy their own drinks at the bar. I don't think women actually mature until they're 30.
You're absolutely correct.
Let me explain. Let me explain by this.
Yeah.
When a woman's 18 years old, right? It's like she's on God mode, right? She could do whatever she wants. People are inviting her. She's getting offers from the top men all over the place, Instagram, dating apps, etc. And with an interconnected world, that's even more presumed. The problem is that they get a high ego off of this, and they think that they're more attractive or they're market value higher than where they really stand, and that kind of skews things. So what ends up happening is they don't come to reality and figure out where they stand in the dating marketplace until they're buying their own drinks or until they get older where they don't have the same command on the dating marketplace. So I would argue are less mature than men, and they don't mature until they actually get older. And this whole concept of like, oh, women mature faster than men. You guys don't mature fast. You guys just get experience with the opposite gender sooner. So therefore, you are forced to adapt and understand how to deal with men.
I completely
I
agree
feel like
with
those
you.
are the women that didn't have a father in their life that you just described.
No, because some
I'm
of
sorry?
us do.
Those that you just described to me don't have a father.
Chris.
I disagree.
Yeah,
because I
I
have a
agree.
father,
I have a
and my
father,
dad's
too.
My dad's very present in my life. I
Okay,
have,
so
like,
you're
And y'all act the way
for my own
that he's
drinks my whole
describing.
What part are you like saying, like, what part do you
I always
disagree with
will.
about the
Because
father?
you're saying that they're not mature, they're not able to do.
No, what I'm arguing is that we don't get a reality check and actually start to care about what men want and actually start being, a good girlfriend typically, or start to give a shit about what male wants until they get
about
older.
30.
Does
I
that make sense?
disagree because then, like, I'm 22.
See, but where's your father
but
to
then-
tell you?
Well, yeah,
And give
if
you a guide.
the father's in place, yeah, that can absolutely help it. Maybe she won't wake up at 30, she'll wake up at 21 or 22. But that implies that you have a father. A lot of women grow up in fatherless households. That implies that the father has the nuts to actually tell her what to look for.
Right.
So you have all these things that are kind of in the way. But what I've realized with a lot of women is we don't really hit reality until they get older, because here's what happens. Your opportunities kind of dwindle, and once your opportunities dwindle, you're like, damn, I actually want to settle down. I need to understand the opposite gender to get them. But since don't have to understand men to get them when they're at their peaks, there's no incentive for them to figure out what men want. Like, it's amazing to me how I ask a girl, what do you think a man wants? And she goes and says, oh yeah, career, educated, smart,
He don't
like
want none of
ambitious.
that.
Like, he don't want none of that shit. But it takes a while to get older to figure that out. Like, a lot of girls think that we want what you guys want from us, which is not true. But I don't know.
I get what you're saying.
Yeah.
And just because a woman has a father, a lot of the fathers nowadays that are raising these don't have any balls, right? Their nuts have been completely removed. There's been so many times where I've met girls' fathers, at 18,
These men be
19 years old
peaches.
and walked all over them. So, you know what I mean? Just because there's a man there present, if they're not telling these women exactly how to operate, how to live in the society, it's as good as, having no parent at all.
That's a good
really.
point.
I think you do need strong guidance, but then you have like myself, like I'm 22, and I feel like, at least for myself and my friends, feel like we do know. Sorry. We do know what we're looking for, but it's rare to come across and it's rare to find, and I don't think it has anything to do with our
What are you looking for?
fathers. Like what we were talking about earlier, like somebody who's strong, that cares about you, loves you, is loyal to you, but then you're like, men don't want one.
No, the father
It is hard
comment
to
was
find,
to
and then the
put.
father thing is like completely separate, because I do have a strong father. Like one boy ever has ever met my dad, and he was in like the 7th grade. So no one will ever,
I wrote down what you said. You said you want looks and vibe, and then when we
Yeah.
asked you to, clarify on the vibe, you said social proof, or does he have friends and stuff like that, right?
No,
like,
not to see a friend. I mean, yeah.
Yeah, you said
like
does he have people around him and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So a question for you. So if a guy has the looks and the value and the social proof, etc., do you think he's going to want to be monogamous?
No.
I mean, if he loves you and if he cares about you, he should
That's
be.
a lie.
No.
If he loves you, if he cares
Come
about
on,
you,
Jersey
he should
Shore.
be.
Come on, Snooki.
What happens? I mean, what? You're in a committed relationship. Everyone's just gonna cheat on each other forever and ever. That's so f***ed up.
That's
I
the
believe.
society
I
we
refuse
live
to believe
in.
that. I refuse to believe that
Men
is
are
the
not
society that we
naturally
live in.
monogamous.
That
That's literally
men all
what we
cheat
live
on
in.
each other and all women are like, I just refuse to believe that.
Well, here's the problem.
Because I don't think that I'm a whore, and I don't think that whoever I'm with is gonna cheat on me.
I mean,
my parents didn't cheat on each other. My parents were in love, so.
This is a different generation, by the way.
No, I'm just saying, like, I don't think everyone's gonna
You wanna
cheat
say
on each
something?
other
Yeah,
and
go
like
ahead.
be a bunch of whores.
Well,
I
it's
just
a
don't
problem
believe
of,
that.
of something called hypergamy. And I don't know if you guys are familiar with this term.
How many of you guys know what hypergamy is?
Okay.
You might have to define it for them.
So hypergamy is basically going so far above their means in terms of, you know, you're this percentile, you want to date this percentile. So when we come on this podcast and we're talking about all the things that we require to date a man, and it's a laundry list of items, super unrealistic, of course you're never going to find a man who is going to be committed in a monogamous relationship to you because you want someone so much better than you.
But you need a mirror.
What's that?
You need a mirror.
Okay, well, that's not what you're looking for.
No, it is. I would say so.
I wouldn't, because I would say that,
No?
you know, your list of demands and who
I had
you are as a
two.
person.
Pull the calculator, Chris.
Yeah.
Sorry, keep
I
going.
had 2.
Well, I'm sure if we actually took a look within those metrics at the looks
I
level,
got
that
you right
would
now,
be,
Clive. We're going to pull a calculator up.
Yeah. So, you know, the calculator.
Yeah, we got
whatever.
a special one.
So I guarantee if we take a look at the looks level that you would actually require to date a man, it would be so far above your looks level that, you know, it would just be absolutely ridiculous. Complete hypergamy. So that's why you're not finding men who are committed to you. It's because your standards, your expectations are completely abysmal. So
I disagree.
Yeah, because the ugly guy I dated, he cheated all the time.
No, I mean, I wouldn't date an ugly guy, but somebody that I personally find attractive.
someone, yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Well, that's the problem. Your, you know, looks level that you're requiring is too high for you, because you're obviously, you know, below average in looks. Like, quite frankly,
facts.
You are below average. You are below 50th percentile.
Yeah, you mid as well.
I guarantee you wouldn't even date an average-looking male. Someone of the 50th percentile, you would completely reject them just based off the premise of looks, without even a second's thought. So when we have this disparity in your looks level and the men that you're going for, of course this shit is going to happen. You know what I mean? So this is nothing new. We just need to ground ourselves in reality in a little bit. So if we actually took a look around the room, you know, we don't even have a single one of the ladies at the table that even meet the 50th percentile in looks. Not one of them.
What about the men?
I'd say that those two over there are the best looking on the couch. You know, but you know, none of you guys are even hit the average mark. And I guarantee the men that you're going for are the top 1%.
I feel like I'm on the average.
Oh, actually, I didn't even notice. I would say you actually. So she sits around average right here, maybe 50th.
Maybe a little above.
55th percentile, yeah, something like that.
I'm just gonna say I'm 51% because I feel like that.
Okay, let's pull up the calculator real quick.
6, 7,
So,
8.
ladies, and I want you. We can go with Miss Jersey Shore. This is a calculator here that is the most accurate assessment of men in the United States, opposed from the U.S. Census Bureau, National Health and Nutrition Examination Survey, and the CDC. Okay, so this is the most accurate assessment of men in America. So we're going to go ahead and build your guy. Okay, and I want you to be very honest about the metrics. What is the minimum to maximum age for you?
Minimum.
Yeah.
21. Max.
Okay, 21 too.
Max 30.
Okay, minimum height for you. Be honest.
5'8".
The bare minimum.
Bare minimum 5'8". Yeah.
Okay, 5'8". Race.
White.
Okay. Education.
It doesn't matter.
You don't care about only white for her. Okay.
I thought there was only one option.
No. You can check as many. Do you care if you want black, Hispanic, Asian?
Other.
White, black, Hispanic.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, and minimum education?
It doesn't matter.
Okay. I guess anything. Income. What's the bare minimum income for you to date the guy?
The year.
Being honest.
More than me, so.
Okay. What would that be, annually or monthly?
Annually, maybe like 80.
Okay. And then can he be married?
I mean, not if we're dating.
Okay.
No, I
So,
don't.
and can he be obese?
No.
Sorry, Chris.
Well, fair.
Sorry, Chris.
Thank you,
So
Chris.
let's go ahead and see how common this guy is. 5'8". Let's see.
0 point.
No, it's not going to be that low. That's
And
she grounded her.
yes,
Oh, okay.
about
Can we
less
get
than
cutbacks?
2% of men
Holy
meet your
shit.
requirements.
That even caught me off guard. Holy yeah, no, that's insane.
So,
Cutbacks.
and I kind of wanted to do this so that to add a little bit, because people think that he's just like when he says this. I don't think they understand how rare the man is that they're looking for. You know, even this guy, you know, you're saying 5'8", you think these are reasonable expectations, you know, from a woman's perspective. This guy's still in the top 2%.
I'm 5'11", so I would love to see mine.
Sure. We can pull it back one more time. So her guy's 1.87. And then we could go with her in the corner real quick.
Mine's gonna be like 0.2%.
Okay. Minimum and maximum age for you?
30 to 45.
Okay. Minimum height is 5'11" or
No, 6.
Okay. Race?
Honestly, 6'2", preferably.
6'2". All right.
Black,
6'7".
Hispanic.
Black and Hispanic. Okay. Education?
Masters.
Oh.
Wait, what happened to white guy?
Oh, baby.
I don't like white
Yeah,
guys.
yeah.
Minimum income 300K.
Yes, 300.
That's why I'm saying mine's about to be 0.2%.
Yes. You go,
I'm
girl.
gonna have fun in life.
You go, girl.
Yeah, fun.
Jesus
Yeah,
Christ.
have fun.
All right.
You go, girl.
She knows her worth, I guess.
Do not exclude married. Do not exclude obese.
Okay, so you can be fat or married.
Hell yeah.
Okay, fair. Wait, what?
What?
Equal opportunity.
And
What do you mean?
congratulations, I think you
Say
scored a
that,
perfect 5 out of 5.
I've never beaten anybody.
Why are you celebrating that? I don't understand.
Because she's had that before.
Because, yeah.
No,
like, I know
that
exactly
does
what I
not
was
include
looking
personality,
for.
though. Personality, how you smell,
Oh yeah,
how you
I
look.
forgot to mention that. Yeah, ladies, this guy, we didn't even account for how he looks or height
how he
or
smells.
if
If he's straight, if he's
weird.
gay.
Yeah,
Yeah,
this is
We're out.
just all men.
If he's a man.
I feel like a
If he's
majority of men are.
That's
gay,
why
but
you need
beside the
polygamy
point.
as a
Yeah, but
because
No, that's why you need to ground
0.33% is
yourself
crazy.
as a
Is there
person
not a
and realize
calculator like
Ground
this for
myself how?
women,
What do I
though?
need to ground?
you need
Like,
to
do
actually,
men not wanna do
adjust your
this somewhere?
standards according to your looks level. Is what I would say.
Do men
That
not
didn't
want
have
to
anything
someone
to
that
do
works
with
hard?
looks, though.
that's
That was height,
successful?
success.
Beating heart.
so
I'm
Can we
simply
ask
stating
how
that
many
no-
of the women here are actually attracted to him?
0.
I mean, for like for only? Yeah, sure.
You know what?
Yeah.
Let's play a game.
Let's play a game. Yeah. Oh, okay, for us.
After the chats.
Okay.
We'll do chats first and then we'll play a game with Clive and the girls.
Okay.
What's the first chat?
Okay. Yeah, I mean, I think that's very eye-opening for the ladies because I don't think I understand how rare. Like a lot of you guys say, "Oh, I have high standards," but I don't think you guys know what comes with those high standards.
Yep.
And like for you, for example, right? You said you believe in monogamy. Who do you think is rarer, you or that guy?
Okay.
The guy we just described for you that
Yeah.
was 1.87%.
That's a unicorn.
No, that ass. I mean, I don't know.
Especially if you get 5 guys.
Okay, if we take your requirements, like if we take you and then we take him, who do you think is the catch here? Who is rarer? You or
No,
him?
I mean, I guess it depends what you're looking for.
And peace. And
Okay.
Probably,
I mean, do you think you're in the 2% of the population?
Probably not. No.
So he carries more value then.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah,
So
I mean, that's
if
kind of the
he's
point,
harder to
yeah.
find, don't you think he's going to be the one that kind of controls the leverage? And if he wants to have multiple women, he can do that?
Yeah.
But how do you justify that disparity? Like,
Because if you're committed
seriously.
to someone, why commit to them? Like at that point, then just don't be together.
into the mic.
Well, I mean,
Don't be committed to each other. You can
That's why
catch a vibe, but don't be committed to each other.
That's why society is
Sorry.
often engaging in these degenerate relationships where it's like, oh, sorry about that. So that's why society is the way it is because, no one's able to commit to each other because there's such a huge gap in value, quite frankly.
Yeah.
So that's where we need to start.
I agree with you because how many memes do we see a day saying like men aren't shit, we cannot find a man that's good for us, like they're not worth it. Like I completely agree with you. Men have more value when they're more rare. And
You can find a man that's good for you.
Yeah.
You just need to, level yourself.
Obviously.
Realize, where you are and, work from there. That's what I would suggest.
Obviously, and a lot of us do that, but at
No,
the same
almost
time,
none of you do that.
No,
Yeah, no.
that's
Like literally none.
that
So what
I
would
cannot
you say to somebody like me? You can say this is
You
a
are
lie
cooked.
or whatever.
Damn!
What would you say to somebody like me
grits.
that is
grits.
19 and of course like I said I have a past, but currently I'm in a
long
year-long
past.
relationship and my man treats me perfectly and
Yeah.
doesn't really have any like extra benefits for me personally. His
Man,
job is
congratulations.
normal.
He's fucking
Well-
His looks are normal, like nothing's over the top. So
Be
in my
happy.
opinion.
Dang.
I would be hard pressed to actually like take a look at how your man matches up to this calculator right here, and I think you're severely underestimating how much better he is than you. That's what I would say.
No, I completely agree that he is 10 times better
Right.
than me.
So you got lucky, and that's good for you, but unfortunately that's not going to last. There's obviously something going on there. Whether you're being cheated on or your man is simply.
I have his location and his
Okay, well
access
that's
to
not
it.
They're
doing
still
anything.
gonna cheat with the location, babe.
That's not doing anything.
He doesn't.
But the fact of the matter is, if someone is that much
He's
better than
cooked.
you,
Yeah, he's
and they're
cooked, bro.
dating you, with your past and your 11 bodies, whatever the fuck You know, they're simply seriously wrong there. You know what I mean?
Bro, shut my bodies, bro.
How
like,
old is her man?
that's absolutely absurd to me. I think we need to get this guy on the podcast, sort of have a conversation with him, and let him know that there's better for you out there.
I think he
And we need
realizes
to.
that people can grow from what they've.
No,
been
you
through.
can't, because you're permanently altering your brain chemistry every time you suck a cock. So that never leaves you. It's not your. That's who you are. You
So
know?
you're bringing all of the that you've been in to your children.
No,
in
that's
the
not.
future?
It's completely different brain chemistry. It's certainly suboptimal. I wouldn't disagree with you there, but it's a lot different, man versus woman. And no man with any self-respect would take on your past and your trauma, essentially.
Oh, my nigga cooking
Man,
smartly.
there's somebody for everybody.
I'm just wondering if you're
Somebody for
like,
everybody.
Who's that?
because
Nigga, you're single. What
like
you talking
every
about?
woman.
I pray for your
No,
wife.
you're 34, man. Come on, relax.
Well,
chill.
Get that. But
Well,
like,
I mean, there's
you're
still
looking
40
for a
14
virgin.
is
You're
still
looking
bad
for
for
somebody
19
who's
years
never
old.
been outside. You're looking for
Anything under
somebody
18
who's
is
like
Someone
the
who's not.
perfect
Am I so
person.
insane for
No,
where-
you're not insane.
for
I'm just
not
saying
wanting
it's
a
like,
like,
what
are
are
we
you
talking
wanting
about?
a 14-year-old? Because that's what you're getting.
Did
in
we-
the-
do you not
today's
He's
day
not
and
saying
age.
that. Stop putting words in his man.
No,
that-
today's day and age, that's what like is
No, but
not
he's not saying
affected
that.
by
No,
anything.
but
So
he-
you're
he's
saying
not
he's
that.
grooming?
Yeah, for you to just
Yeah.
accuse me of being a
No, I'm
simply
not
for wanting a
accusing, I'm
woman who's
wondering.
not
I'm wondering.
it's like that's really absurd to me, and I think you need to really think about what
That's
you just
not
said.
what I'm
You said you wanted a
saying.
virgin. So
Yeah,
it's kind of-
exactly. That's
Oh,
exactly.
you want a
what he
virgin?
did was- no,
She's
I-
got to be 14.
Aren't you
dude,
like
who
a
are we
numbers
kidding?
guy? What's the
What's the
statistics of
statistics?
women your age?
Yeah, exactly.
Relax.
We already
the
talked about it.
statistics?
What's the statistics?
It's around
Not
40.
the guy with the lisp on the show, and you're about to.
Yeah.
Well, it's around 40%. It's around 40%.
What? Who are
body
virgins
count.
at your age?
Uh-huh. Yep.
Okay, wait. So you would say yes or no? You would want a woman that is mature? Yes or no?
No. Not like mature is such a loaded way to say that. You know what I mean? Because mature, I think you would attribute maturity to going out and having a job and all these traits that I don't want. No, I want.
I mean, like communication, understanding, like in a relationship specifically, not as a person. In a relationship specifically, would you not want a woman that is mature?
No, because that means they've had past experience.
You
Like,
really
how would
believe
have-
that
a 14-year-old that's never had any experiences.
Can you get off the panel if these are the logical leaps that you're going to make? Just accusing me of being a pedophile.
What is the
for
statistics
not
of
wanting-
how many people are virgins at 18?
We just said like how many times?
40%. You
yes,
said
correct.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So,
Is it actually
40% of people
that are legal
are not going to likely find you, right? Like you're typically interacting with 60% of people, not the 40%.
oh wow, you're really good with numbers. You know. So
I am actually.
Ladies,
I love
let me come in here real quick because I found that this is like really incredible that we have this thing. So men kind of innately know what we want in general. We know that you guys want to do that 6 foot, makes a certain amount of money, has status, etc. We understand this and we either rise to the level or we don't, because with us we either get the girl or we don't based on our, competency, our status, our wealth, whatever. I find it very interesting that we just accept what we want, but women never actually accept what men want. When we say things
really?
like, we want a girl that's less experienced, we want a girl that isn't promiscuous, we want a girl that, isn't a whatever, it's always, oh, well, you just want her because she's stupid and you want a young girl that you can manipulate and control. It's like our wants get demonized, but your guys' wants never get questioned.
Yeah, I mean, like this doesn't seem like I made that absurd of a request. Like I don't want to.
A whole calculator about what we want.
I mean, you didn't make
That's so absurd.
We don't get demonized.
No, hold on.
You didn't make an absurd request.
Let me explain why
You
we
did
have the
not.
calculator. The calculator is to demonstrate women's vast underestimation of where they stand in this marketplace versus what they're demanding from the man.
Right.
I'll give you an easy
Do you have
example.
one for men?
I know where
Well, here's
I'm
the thing:
at.
men are way simpler. Most men would date and be with most.
Yep.
However, most would definitely not be with most men. So to make this simple,
You just said that you want a virgin, and that's like 40%. So that's not most.
And
So,
at
like-
this day and age, whereas talking about people are having at like 10, 11,
I understand
12.
that. I understand that.
What is the 40% now?
no, he's just saying that roughly 18. He's saying roughly 40% of 18 are virgins.
Yeah, but now we're talking about 10, 12 year olds having sex.
Who's talking about 10, 12 year olds?
Because if you're not what
ladies,
you can
ladies,
like
he's
what
just
do you
saying
mean?
for him, he was giving his particular want that he wants a woman that's a virgin. So, but what he's saying is, of this pool of that are virgins at 18, it's dwindling. It's
yeah,
way
but
less
Mr.
than it used
Numbers
to be.
guy is talking about 40%, but we're talking
But
about
that's not
10,
a
11,
majority of
12-year-olds.
women,
This is women who are,
So where are we
18
at?
who have never had sex before, not women who never had sex when they're 18 years old. Okay,
I didn't.
This is
I'm not
like the fact that
confused.
yeah,
I'm not
I think you are confused.
I'm not.
You're extremely confused.
Yeah, you're taking his you're taking his
what?
standard and applying it to all men. Most men would prefer a lower body count.
I'm not applying
He's
it
saying-
to all men. I'm applying it to him. That's all.
Yo,
I'm asking
I'm
him
sorry.
specifically.
Really,
That's all.
So
I
I'll
think
make
we're
this
just-
simple. Let's
yeah.
say all of you have a credit card or have applied for a credit card, right? Let's say you want to get an Amex Platinum, right? The problem with most is they have a 400 credit score and they're trying to get a credit card that requires a 700 credit score. That's what dating is for nowadays. That's what I'm trying to explain here. Most don't have the prerequisite value to attract and keep the man that they want. You guys can have sex with this guy, you can go on a date with this guy, but can you guys get him to give your last name? I would argue most can't.
I agree.
Most struggle with keeping a guy around for a long-term relationship because they simply don't have the credit score. And then you guys get mad at us for having standards. But when you guys have standards, we don't bat an eye. We rise up to those standards, right? We looks max, we get in the gym, we make money.
Lifestyle.
Because if we don't rise up to the occasion, we don't get men.
I'll get my purse right
But
now.
you guys can do whatever you want and you're going to get men.
Yep.
But it seems like such
I
an
got an
easy
Amex
thing, such an
Platinum
easy
right now.
request that I made of them. Like what these women are demanding in terms of like, you know, the income requirements and certain biological things like being 6'2", which is, by the way, you know.
I know. That's why I
93rd
said I
percentile.
knew it was about to be 0.18. And it was
How many men
0.33,
in
so
this
I have-
room
but
make
it's like
more
0.33,
income
so I
than
have
what
a
we
better-
requested on the calculator? Like,
I
a real
have a better
question.
chance.
I feel like the majority of
All
them.
of
So then,
Majority of
like,
them.
do not give me that shit.
Well, I mean, I would.
Thanks,
No, for real.
Don,
But what I'm saying is,
No,
it's
no,
something
what was
that's
it, like
yeah.
300K a year?
And
it's-
that's my dream man.
Ladies,
not who
you do
I'm
understand we're
dating.
speaking in generalities, right? Like,
Yeah,
you
obviously
understand.
we're
Yeah,
social
exactly.
media
That was
influencers.
general.
so-
That's not who I'm dating.
But what we're asking of you
These
guys
people in
is
here
so
are paid.
simple and totally in
I'm
your
aware.
control. It's
Wait,
literally like completely in your
I'm
control.
glad that you can see, Clav, what we go through on a day-to-day basis,
Oh,
especially
yeah.
Myron.
Yeah.
This is ridiculous.